Hello again, budget friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, and this is Budgeting Over 40. As you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to go in and I'm going to budget monies that I have available for the first week or week one of my December. So let's get into it. So, okay, you guys, this $315.70 that I have in the ready to assign sections is monies that available money that I took out of categories that was left over from last month. And those were two payments. Those were two payments that was supposed to go out to my credit cards, my Discover card, and my Capital One number one card. I reassigned it because I have to hold off. I do have to hold off because I need that money to cover whatever I need to pay for the first week before I get paid. So here we go. I do know that my electric bill is coming up, even though my target amount is $157. My bill is actually $40 this month. I'm going to go in and put $40 into ready to assign. The next thing I need to do, I am going to have to pay my babysitter. But before, since I am at the debt payments, I do know that my Perkins loan ECSI is due on the 1st. So let's put $40 in there. Now let's go down to the kids section because I do have to pay my babysitter on Friday, which is today, for $220. So that leaves me with $15.70. And what can I do with that money? Let's see. I think I'm just going to throw that money into the absent subscription section because I do have YNAB coming out earlier in the first week, which is week one. So let me put this amount into absent subscription section, and that's gonna, assign all the monies that I have available. So that's it. So, okay, you guys, that was just to get up to date with my accounts in YNAB. But what I really want to show you in this video is what my month of November looked like when it comes down to my spending. Okay, so let's go to all categories. So total spent in the month of November was $10,410.84. Out of that amount, I sent 362. Wouldn't that be nice? For fixed bills, I sent over $3,642.80, and that comprised of rent for $2,500, heating oil for $423.22, cell phone for $283.71, propane for $180 and a penny, internet for $114.44. Subscriptions came in way lower than I thought it would for $97.67, and renters insurance, the last bit, was for $43.75. Okay, so let's go back. The next up is the kids section, which is my next biggest expense for the month of November, for a total of $1,786. I sent $910 over to the babysitter. I sent $526 to my daughter for child support. I spent $315 for clothes and shoes for the kids. And there was $35 for my son's haircut. Okay, next up was the debt payment section. I spent $1,695.75 in debt payments. The bulk of that went to Lending Club for the minimum payment of $1,059.22. And my one main came in at $636.55. And that $36.55 was an extra payment that I made. Okay, my next section up is the variable section. So the variable comprises of my groceries for $512.61, household for $283.97, unexpected spending for $188.88. Eating out was a whopping $177.14, and I spent $5 on meds. So that's a total amount of $1,167.60. Okay, next up, we are going to move into the unexpected spending section, and that was for the bought as a favor. So this was not an expense for myself, and it was already paid off, $835.06. Now let's go over to the transportation section. I only sent a half a payment for my car loan for $447.61. And if you have seen my previous videos, you know what I did with the next half of payment. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and take a look. I'll link it in the cards. Okay, so the car insurance was for $243.84. Gas and fuel was for $111.02. That was not bad. And maintenance and repairs was $11.93. And that is an anomaly because usually hubby will pay all of the car maintenance and repairs expenses. Next up, transportation is the interest and fees. So a total interest and fees for my credit card is $321.23. And I need to get this together because this is a little bit much because I'm trending up in this area because I'm using my credit cards a little bit more. And last bit is the personal section. I spent $147.98. That include clothing and shoes for myself, $73.56. Personal spending for $50.10. Budget supplies for $24.32. Okay, and I think that's everything that I've spent. I'm gonna give you guys a look at my trends, okay? And I'm gonna range it from the latest 3 months. So you guys could see what my trends are. And it should go from September. So as you can see, I'm trending down in the amount that I'm spending. Take a look. In September, there was a lot of money spent in September. October wasn't too bad, but November went down. So I'm doing okay. Well, I'm not really doing okay, but I'm trending down in spending. Okay, let's go through and look at the income versus expenses section. And this is good. Since I have it filtered, it's going to show me October and November. And I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys see what they look like side by side. Okay, so total income, let's go over to the November section first. Total income brought in this month was $8,845.75. And as you can see, it's not much more than what I brought in October. October brought in $8,306.35. Okay, so I brought in $99.09 in cash awards in October, but November I brought in $27.37. Credit redemption wasn't a lot, and this is credit redemption is for cash rewards that I apply back to expenses on my credit card. So for November was only $10.56, and look at October was $34.21. Daily cash adjustment, well, I had to give back $2.07 because of stuff that I returned. Okay, in October, hubby sent over $1,800.85, and month of November he did $1,960. Interest went down from last month of 21 cents, or from the month of October for 21 cents. I only got 9 cents. My paychecks, as you can see, I'm a salaried employee and it never changes unless I do overtime, which is rare. SSI it doesn't change. It's the same thing every month. So my income was $4,714.64 and SSI for $1,300.10. Okay, so rent remains at $2,500. So I didn't have to pay anything for electric in November because I had a credit because I overpaid. October was the last month of my balance or budget billing. So I ended up with a credit for the month of November. Heat and oil, as you can see, that and propane, I had to put money towards this month or the month of November. I'm sorry. Subscription went down. Look at this, you guys. 1,000? No. $148.65 in October, but I was under $100 for 97.67 in November. Renter's insurance, I do have month on, month off. So October was an off month, and November is an on month. My internet went down by like $2. Okay. Cell phone went up, and I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna have to go through and look at my detailed bill to see what the difference is. It's almost about $30. That's kind of crazy. I have my cell phone bill being paid on a credit card. There is a discount for auto pay against my debit card or checking account, and it could be that. It's actually $30. So it looks like that's what it is. But I'm gonna have to go in and take a look. Okay, so I didn't pay anything on my into the debt section. I didn't pay anything on my Perkins student loan because I made an extra payment last year. Last year, I made an extra payment in the month of October. Lending Club, I made my minimum payment, but my One Main Financial got an extra bit. In the transportation section, as you can see, I was used to paying $1,000. I was down to about a half a payment for November. My car insurance went up by about $5. I don't know why, somehow this went up. I don't know why. I have to go in and take a look. Gas and fuel, look at the big difference, $262.76 to $111. That's awesome. And the maintenance and repairs, yes, it's trivial stuff. Okay, in the personal section, um, this is usually, what my personal section looks like. I usually don't spend a lot of money. We don't live um, a frivolous life. We don't have the money to do it. So it's usually, less. So $50 in the personal spending 24.32 in budget supplies, 73.56 in clothes and shoes. Yeah, not that much. Okay, variable spending in groceries. Oh my goodness. I cut my grocery bill in half, you guys, from $1,281.32 to $512. That's amazing. The only thing is, in the month of October, I really wasn't splitting groceries and household. So, it could be why, because the month of October I spent $600 in household, but that was typically, or not typically, but that was basically for some fixtures for the house because we upgraded our bathroom. So I'm not sure, for $1,800 compared to $800, that's $1,000 difference. This random copay, I will be calling them, find out if the reimbursement is covered and when they're going to be sending me my money, basically. Meds, it's usually not too bad. So the comparison, $29.35 in October to $5 in November, not too bad. Eating out, so I went up $152.61 in October to up to 177.14. So not too bad. So in October, I had a lot of appointments for my son to the orthodontist, and that's the reason because we end up going to like McDonald's and going to 7-Eleven and getting stuff on the road. But for November, my stove was broken. Okay, 188 and 88 cents in the unexpected spending. I usually don't have anything there, as you can see in October. Okay, now this is what I need to see. So in October, the credit card interest was $251.09. And look at it. In November, I am up almost $100 for $321.23. And that's ridiculous. I need to get it together. Okay. So this is what it's costing me to, charge things to my credit cards and not being able to pay it off. So we'll have to figure this out. Babysitter was the same. We had some off days in October, off days in November. So my son had to go with my daughter to the babysitter. They went together. So the price or what I paid out was the same, $910. Child support is a regular flat 26. Toys and activities. I didn't get anything for the kids this month of November. Clothes and shoes, I did go over and a little overboard. Well, not really overboard because I ended up buying some stuff for my daughter. My son doesn't need anything because he had a back to school shopping in September and he's doing okay. Supplies for the kids, I didn't buy anything this month compared to October for $45.99. Fun money, my oldest daughter didn't really ask for anything, so she's doing good. Haircuts, I only got my son's haircut once in the month of November for $35 compared to when I went in October and tipped $10 instead of the general 5. Okay, miscellaneous fees. I spent zero because this $500 in October was the deductible that I had to pay for his braces that he needs to get. Okay, the unexpected spending bought as a favor. I won't even go over that again. I think you guys have heard that enough. Okay, so total expenses in October was $13,073.21, but I came way lower, through almost $3,000 to $10,410.84. And, my net income, even though I am in the negative for both months, that's more than $3,000 less, right? So I am not doing too bad when you look at it on the grand scheme of things. On a monthly basis, it looks terrible, but I'm not doing too bad. So I will continue to work on it. Okay. So this is what we're looking at. If you have made it this far in this video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I feel so much better looking at these numbers compared to my other YNAB video. So one day I will come in and I will be able to show you guys the net worth section and show you what I'm looking at and and how it looks for me. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Again, my name is Melissa. This is Budgeting Over 40. Thank you for watching.